Now what's going on here?
Echo.
That's right. And it's straight echo. One measure later, actually two measures according to the way this is written.
Señor, tú eres nuestro Padre. Tú eres nuestro Padre. Eres nuestro Creador. Eres nuestro Creador. Nosotros solo barro. La obra de tus manos. La obra de tus manos. Señor. Dios, ¿qué quieres de mi Dios, ¿qué quieres de mí? ¿Qué quieres hacer de mí, Señor? ¿Qué quieres hacer de mí, Señor? Ya sé que no soy el alfa. Ya sé que no soy el alfa. Soy barro en tus manos. Soy barro en tus manos. Voltéame en tu Voltéame, Señor. Soy barro en tus manos, Señor. Prepárame para tu labor. Yo quiero ser útil en tu casa, Señor. Un vaso santo de valor para llenar de tu amor, Señor.
All right, we'll stop there. And let's go to the English version, which again I have not recorded yet. So we'll have to put up with the computer sound. Okay, so I have it going kind of fast so that we can get over it quick. What's going on here?
Little syncopation.
Yeah, just one voice. And notice, oh Lord, our God, you are the potter. That's not the way it's written, right? Oh Lord, our God, you are the potter. So usually when you sing it, don't worry too much about writing it down right now, but when you sing it, it will usually come out automatically the way it will sound best according to what is actually some more modern, rhythms, but it goes along with how you talk. And so it's not being modern to be modern. It goes along with how we talk. Our God, you are the potter. Now, do you notice something? Do you know that there's a lot of long notes at the end? Why did we say that's very useful sometimes in a chorus?
To put some echoes in there.
Right. So where these long notes are is where we may find some room for echoing later. I'm actually thinking about, Lord, I am just the clay. I might do it right there. I am just the clay. We could add that syncopate. Lord, I am just the clay. I will sing things like that 50 times to decide which one. Or Lord, I am just the clay. I'm going to decide that. So what do we have now?
We have the bass coming in and repeating the words, and I don't know if this is the exact tune or not.
It's not, yeah. So now we have a bass part, right? And sometimes bass parts are easier than others. Um, just really quick, did I pull it up? No, I didn't yet. There happened to be a real easy bass part for this Spring Up song. Again, this is what it looks like as I throw it together. I haven't put words on it yet, but forgive it anyway. This is what it sounds like. Spring up, oh well, da, 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 da. Now, this is what the bass part is. Spring up, oh well. And so the bass part, we're just trying to put in the root notes. Right. I was just trying to put in the root notes that would go with the chords, which our harmony class we've done before. So five, or so, do, fa. So supposed to come next. So I just added this one little note. Spring up, oh well. That sounds like it would be fun to sing, right?
Yes, it does.
So that's the idea. So you'd ask the question about next, what do you do with harmony with some of these simple bass notes? And we'll work on that bit by bit. This one, usually what I suggest is just start putting them in, and then you might find, for example, just that one little note there that added something, right, to it, instead of just spring up, oh well, which is all right. Spring up, oh well. And really quick, for those who've been in the course, if the bass is fa, what chord are we looking at?
That would be 4.
That's right. That's a 4. So this is actually part of the 4. It's like giving a little melody to the bass that is part of that chord. So it's just a little trick, one of those little bass tricks. And so it ends up that almost all the chorus, that's what the bass gets to do. Spring up, oh well. How cool is that? It's, didn't see that coming, but there it is. It matched up.
So this tune is a very happy sounding tune, and it's it's just filled with joyous sounding notes and everything.
But yeah, that's where we get all this stuff from. It's from music, that we have heard. It's very rare that you're doing anything like totally new. These are things that are out there in the world of music, and we can take them and we can apply them toward what we're trying to say to remember the scripture, right? So this bass part is a lot more tricky, and I did take some time writing it, as you will demand, according to your plan. But it is based on the basic chords. That's where it started, and then the way I did it, actually, this is reverse engineered. We're not going to talk too much about this now, but I wrote all the 4 parts and then from there figured out what the bass part should do. Now, what's going on here?
Echo.
That's right. And it's straight echo. One measure later, actually 2 measures according to the way this is written. Then we stop the echo. Okay, and one of the questions you had, and we're not going to get too far into this, but Brother Stephen, you said so now I have a bass part and I have a melody, right? Where do I put in the harmony, right?
You're right.
And my answer is that you just kind of jump in and find out. So I am just the clay. And actually, I should, add something to this. Just notice I have a mistake here. I'm not done with this yet. So what happens here is I am just the clay. I had everybody sing, but then this note extended and I'm about to sing the bass part. So these people are moving, right? But what happens to the bass?
Stays there.
I am just the clay. I'm the clay with it. But see, so then since these people are all together, that's where I'm going to put the harmony. Does that make sense?
No.
Well, you see, you've got a moving bass part, right?
Right.
These parts,
Okay, so now,
people
in a
not
sense, the bass is kind of the lead, and the others are harmonizing.
exactly, exactly
Gotcha.
at that moment.
At
And
that moment.
as you do your song, you might decide it works out different ways. And then here, I like the tenor and the bass to singing these long notes because it just happened to work that those long notes are there in the harmony. And so it sounded good. Come mold me. But meanwhile, up here, and it's still the harmony. This is a four chord, but we decided just where to put the moves. You see what happens here? Come mold me as your will. Decided to do what with the tenor?
Looks like you joined in as far as the words and things.
Decided to let it join in the bass. Yeah, it just happened to work best for the harmony. So I'm not giving you like really nice answers like, hey, this is how you know when. But when you play with it, these are some of the options. This is just saying you have all these
Hmm.
options. So let's just finish it. All together, ladies and men separate. So a lot of examples. That was like a kind of a really complicated one, but it's just to give you an idea that all the different possibilities you have.